Why healthy relationships matter. Do you know that distress in relationship can create undue stress, tension, sadness, worry, fear, and other problems in your life? You may have hoped your relationship troubles will just go away on their own. But it doesn't work that way. When left to fester, a bad relationship may only worsen and eventually lead to physical or psychological problems, such as depression. A bad relationship can also create problems on the job and affect the other family members or even friendship. Examples of what causes conflict in marriage: it could be infidelity, physical condition, cultural clashes, finances, unemployment, communication problems, sexual difficulties, infertility, and anger. When you have marital conflicts or distress in marriage, it needs to be addressed. It shouldn't be allowed to fester. You need to go in to see either your marital coach or a marital therapist to help you with it. As humans, the relationship we form with the other people are vital to their own mental and emotional well-being and even their survival. We as humans have an inherent desire to be close to other people. We love to connect and build relationship. So social support is a very important part of being a human being. And therefore, social relationship is very good for us. So when social relationship breaks down or is damaged, it can have a big impact on our mental health and well-being. The most important part of a healthy relationship is healthy communication. I want to share different tips in achieving healthy communication. Remember that you are not speaking to yourself. Also, try to understand the other person and where he's coming from and how they understand the world, meaning see the world from their own perspective. You could learn one or two from it. Be willing to hear something that doesn't fall within what you have predetermined to be true. Sometimes your own perspective in life, when you look at it from the lens of the other person, you could learn a thing or two and what it means. You could have a different view. It could help you form a different opinion. It equally helps you to understand the other person better. Listen without preparing a response. Sometimes we are listening with one ear. We are preparing what to say to counter what the person is saying. Sometimes all that is just needed in that communication issues is deep listening, committing to listening. Let the other person share how he or she feels. And you not being judgmental, you listen. You make eye contact. You try to understand where they are coming from. What and how what they are saying means to them. And how important it is to them. Because if it is important to them, then you need to be able to come to an adjustment, be able to adjust your stance. When you want to have a healthy relationship, it doesn't matter. It mustn't always be right. It mustn't always be your way or the highway. There are times, the sake of your relationship, you want peace to reign. And you overlook faults, you overlook issues, not because you are stupid, not because you don't know how to fight, because you choose to give peace a chance in your relationship. Because you know that there are other ways to achieve this thing without being confrontational. So people in healthy relationships tend to listen to each other and communicate without judgment. This includes communicating about sex, about intimacy, about their finances, about the vision of where the family is going to. They communicate deeply without being judgmental. There is trust and respect. They respect and trust each other. They consistently make time to be with each other. They remember details about each other's lives. Couple in healthy relationship tend to engage in healthy activities together. They work as a team. They work together as a team instead of working independently to achieve their individual goals. Here they see when we pull our resources together to go in one direction, we can go far. Than when each person is pulling or going the other way. There is something the Bible says. It says one can chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. When one is chasing, he's only achieving 1,000. But when they become two, they are able to achieve 10,000, 10 times more than what each individual could have achieved as a person. So as a couple, it pays to collaborate. It pays to work as a team. It pays to have a vision you are chasing, you want to achieve, and two of you work together to achieve it. It pays to be disciplined. If there's not a direction you want to go, you don't go towards it. It pays to be healthy and whole on your own, instead of seeking for the identity and healing in another person. Your happiness comes from you. No man can give you happiness. No man can solve your problems 100%. So your ability to know that I am okay, I am healthy, I can find my own happiness without necessarily seeking that it must be your spouse that will make you feel good. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Avoid focusing on what they want from each other, but rather just to focus on how the relationship can be mutually beneficial. This is very important in healthy relationships. It is extremely important. It is no longer about me. It becomes about us. What do we want to achieve? Where do we want to go? What do we want to focus on? Which project are we running on? How do we want to do it? How do we want to fund it? And it helps. It leads to less crisis in the home. It leads to less conflict about money because everybody knows this is how much we have. So somebody coming to demand what is not there is not even possible because, this is what we have. So you can't go demanding for mountains when you only have a molehill. It helps you. It helps you resolve conflicts. It helps you reduce crisis or quarrels to a minimum. But when there is hiding, I don't know how to put it. When I'm hiding my own, he's hiding his own. I'm focusing on my own, he's focusing on his own. Then issues arise because you are assuming. You are not seeing what is there. You are assuming. And from assumptions, a lot of problems arise. There are also certain positive effects that come from having a healthy relationship. That is, there is less stress. Being a committed relationship is linked to less production of cortisol, a stress hormone. This suggests that people are less responsive. This suggests that people with healthy relationships are less responsive to psychological stress. This is because they have a support system that is a great buffer for them against stress. According to Dr. Fisher, a Northwestern medicine psychologist, it says, knowing someone loves and supports you when you are going through your day, even if that person is not physically present, is a mental health booster. Being in healthy relationships also adds to better healing or better health. It helps in picking up healthier behaviors. It comes with a greater sense of purpose. For some people, they believe it adds to longer life. So better healing. Long-term partners also reportedly feeling more confident about the ability to handle post-surgery crisis or pain. So a little emotional support can go a long way towards helping a person recover from a procedure or illness. In healthier behaviors, healthy relationship set the tone for healthy lifestyle. For example, if your spouse encourages healthy eating, healthy dieting, exercising, and no smoking, you are likely to follow in their footsteps. It comes with a greater sense of purpose. Being in a loving relationship can give a person a sense of self-well-being and purpose. In fact, it's possible that having a sense of purpose can actually add years to your life, then longer life. Speaking of adding years to your life, research suggests that having a healthy relationship can increase longevity. So cuddles, kisses, caring conversations are key ingredients of a close relationship. And research have shown that strong social ties are linked to longer life, whereas loneliness and social isolation are linked to poorer health, depression, and increased risk of early death. You want to enjoy healthy marriages, you need to build a sense of rapport, learn how to communicate with your partner, and be willing to listen without being judgmental. I would like to hear your views on this topic. You can comment, share, like, and if you like our videos, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bells so that you get our videos as they drop.